Jeremy Clarkson's beer brand forced to apologize after urgent recall of products due to health risks. Jeremy Clarkson, the famous host of Top Gear, decided to expand his personal brand by launching a beer called Clark's Brew. With the aim of combining humor and quality, the product quickly attracted public attention and became a phenomenon in the beverage industry. However, the joy was short-lived. Just a few months after its launch, Clark's Brew was forced to recall a batch of products due to the discovery of alcohol content exceeding the permitted level. This incident caused a huge shock and caused Clarkson to face a wave of criticism from the public. In an emergency press conference, Clarkson appeared with a serious expression. He began with a sincere apology. "I would like to extend my deepest apologies to everyone who has trusted and supported Clark's Brew. We failed to ensure the quality of the product, and I take full responsibility for this incident." He continued to explain the cause of the incident. During the production process, a technical error occurred, resulting in some batches of beer having a higher alcohol content than the standard. We immediately recalled the relevant products and are working with the relevant authorities to investigate the cause. Not stopping at an apology, Clarkson and his team have implemented corrective measures. Refunds and product exchanges. All customers who purchased the affected products will be refunded or exchanged for a new batch of products. Strict quality control. Establish a stricter quality control process, including cooperation with independent experts. Employee training. Organize training courses on production processes and quality control for all employees. These efforts gradually paid off. After a while, Clark's Brew regained the trust of customers and continued to develop. Clarkson shared, "This incident was a valuable lesson. It reminded me of the importance of always putting quality first and listening to customer feedback." Internal investigation and surprising findings. While Jeremy Clarkson publicly apologized and implemented corrective measures, an internal investigation was conducted at the brewery in the Cotswolds. The results of the investigation shocked many. A newly hired team of production engineers had changed the yeast ratio in the original recipe without consulting the Quality Control Board. They believed that this change would make the beer richer and stronger, more suitable for men's tastes. Clarkson, upon learning of this reason, exclaimed in a colorful interview, "You changed the recipe without asking me? This is beer, not Elon Musk's rocket. Who told you that customers want to get drunk and forget their way home?" Although there was a bit of humor in the way he spoke, Clarkson appeared to be very serious when handling the matter. He decided to fire the entire engineering team responsible and appointed a new production manager, a woman who had worked for a famous German craft beer company. Public reaction, clearly two-way. The incident not only shook the beverage industry but also divided British public opinion. Some people condemned Jeremy Clarkson for disregarding public health, especially when some customers reported symptoms such as severe headaches and excessive drunkenness after consuming the defective product. However, a large part of fans voiced their support. They said that Clarkson acted responsibly, responded quickly and did not avoid public opinion. The hashtag in Clark We Trust began to appear on Twitter, accompanied by a picture of him standing in the brewery, holding a bottle of the new product, with the slogan, "This time, the right taste and the right standard." Clarkson and the redefinition of the brand. After the incident, Clarkson understood that he could no longer continue to run the brand on his own merits. He hired a new brand consultant to start over, and created a marketing campaign called Brewed Right. The campaign included a behind-the-scenes video of the production process with the tagline, "From now on, every bottle of beer is tested by Clarkson, at least one sip." A new website interface that allows customers to trace the origin of each batch of product. Partnering with traditional pubs to bring the product back to the market in a more careful, controlled way. A healing night at a vintage pub, and an interesting twist. 3 months after the incident, Jeremy Clarkson hosted a special event at a vintage pub in Oxfordshire. The event was called One More Pint, and this time it's right. He stood behind the counter, pouring the beer for customers himself. In a cozy setting, he shared, "I used to think making beer was like driving a Ferrari. Just turn on the engine and go. Turns out, it's more like driving a horse-drawn carriage. It requires patience, precision and a little bit of decency." As the night ended, an older customer, a former brewer, came up and said, "Jeremy, I hated you on TV. But today, I call you a good worker." Clarkson laughed, shook the old man's hand and said, "Good. One day, I'll find a way to make you hate me again. Open ending, and a stronger brand." By the end of 2025, Clark's Brew had not only recovered its market share, but had surpassed its initial sales expectations. The new batch, with the tagline, "This one won't knock you out," became a summer hit at outdoor festivals. The media called it the most remarkable revival of a drinks brand in a decade. Jeremy Clarkson, in his usual humorous style, declared in an interview, "I've blown up a few cars, but at least I've never blown up a customer's liver. That's progress, right?" Clark's Brew is not just a product recall, but a journey of rebirth, a celebrity learning humility from his own impulses. In a world of brands where everything can fall apart with a tweet or a defective batch of products, Jeremy Clarkson's story is proof that, with enough courage and a little self-deprecation, trust can be restored, one cup at a time.